What's up, BC? It's Greeno. Back with a second video in the same year. We're on a roll. Still in COVID lockdown. Thought I'd make another COVID video. Like I mentioned before, last year or two I've really been like going crazy on these live albums, bootlegs, whatever you want to call them. Some are kind of legit, some aren't, I guess, so, but whatever. A lot of them are radio shows. You get the occasional audience recording. I try to stay away from those, but yeah, for the most part, pretty happy with all of them. I mean, you occasionally get a clunker, sounds like crap, or it's kind of funny. Sometimes you'll start one of these things and it sounds crappy, and you're like, oh man. And then like a song or two in, it's like they're, dialing it in, and they finally get the sound, set, and everything sounds fine. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I thought for this video, this might be a long one, so grab a beer, drink, whatever, kick back, just showing a bunch of live stuff. Basically, might just go through all of them. What I did probably about a year ago is I used to keep all the live stuff, the bootleg stuff, with the band on the shelf. Just filed away with whatever AC/DC, the studio albums, and after that is the bootlegs. But since I got really into it, I decided, well, I'm going to pull all these out and make a section just for live bootleg stuff. And thought I'd just go through and show that. I got like, I don't know, 3 cubes of them so far, and actually another cube of stuff I haven't spun yet. I'll probably show those at the end, just to show them kind of where the collection's at right now, even though I haven't listened to those. But anyways, let's get started, rambling on as usual. First one here, Accept Teutonic Metal Mayhem. This is pretty killer. I love this label. It's Metal Mania Records. Hopefully you can see that. They always do a little OBI sash kind of thing, and they have like 12, 13, somewhere in there, releases so far, and I think I have everything, maybe missing one. I actually just got one in the mail today. But this is from Cleveland, Balls to the Wall tour, May of '84, and this is pretty killer. Not a perfect sounding boot, but definitely pretty cool. It's on white label, or white vinyl, which is like a cream vinyl, which is whatever. But the label is killer. It's camouflaged, which is perfect for that era. Udo was wearing the camouflage stuff all the time. Fits right in. Let's kind of go a little bit faster here. Don't want to take too long on each one. Next, getting into the AC/DC, Live to Gore Ballroom, Cleveland, August '77. And all the AC/DC I've gotten so far sounds killer. This is on Radio Loop. So, and mostly all the AC/DC I have is the Bon Scott era. So far, I haven't got any stuff from the '80s yet. Going Shooting, Nashville '78, and this says FM broadcast right on the cover. I'm not sure what this one's on, but again, sounds cool. Next one is Amsterdam '79, another FM broadcast. Try and kind of show the backs too. This is on Magic Dice. And man, whoever's doing these things, man, legit or not, they look, the packaging's great. I mean, the labels 9 times out of 10 look fantastic, and the album covers are usually killer. That's kind of, I mean, if you saw old bootlegs from the from the 70s, usually the covers are pretty crappy, but gave it kind of a charm. you know, definitely knew it was a boot. Some of these new ones, man, they're so good that I could see it fooling some people not even knowing they're boots. Next is Alice in Chains. This is L.A., September 1990. I'm pretty sure this is another FM broadcast, but sounds great. And you have to watch sometimes because they'll be different, just like this next one. I'm going to show you another Alice in Chains. This is the Palladium in Hollywood 92. I've seen 2 or 3 different versions of this. You kind of have to watch. Make sure you kind of keep a list of what you got, or you end up with duplicate shows. Here's an 80s one. Anthrax, Seek and Destroy. And the 80s ones had covers like this. Usually they didn't have the bands on them. Sometimes they would, but they would have, you know, cool artwork. And this is Germany, 86, and Holland, 85. So there's a couple different things on here. And there's some cool covers on here. They do Seek and Destroy, Metal Militia from Metallica, both those, and War Inside My Head. On here they have War Is On My Head. Suicidal Tendencies cover. And I haven't listened to this forever. It has an 87 year on it. That's probably about right. But I remember it sounding pretty good. Next, this one doesn't sound very good, to be honest. Metal Thrashing Mad. This is Dallas, 1989. It says it's an FM broadcast. And this is out there floating around. I still see it. It's just not a very good recording or copy of this show, unfortunately. I'd like to find some more Anthrax. That's the only 2 I have so far. Next we're getting into Black Sabbath. This is War Pigs, the early sessions, 69 to 70. And very cool. They did the label like a Vertigo. Killer back cover, and this is all like BBC stuff, John Peel show and all that kind of thing, Beat Club, and yeah, of course these sound pretty good being right in the studio. This is New Jersey 75. It's a 2 LP set from Sabbath, and this was actually a King Biscuit Flower Hour concert, so this sounds pretty good, man. It's not a gatefold, it's just the two records fit inside the oversized sleeve. Next, I can't remember how this one sounds. I think it was pretty good. Sabbath in Pittsburgh. Steel City, Schizophrenia. It's a cool cover. This is in one of those stupid, I need to change that out, so I'm not going to. I hate those things, man. Speaking of 70s ones, I ran into this in a pawn shop. Jesus, probably 20 years ago. This and a few Stones and The Who, which will be coming up later. This is Blondie. This says copyright 1980. This is a 3 LP set, and it's just kind of the cover's just kind of taped together. Kind of a deal. And this is from London 1980 and Texas 1980. And it's funny, man, they even do a special thank you list on here for Blondie, their light and sound crew, their road crew, the entire staff at Chrysalis Records. Like Chrysalis Records had anything to do with this, man. And it even lists the albums they had out at the time on Chrysalis here, which is hilarious. But that's cool. Yeah, this is 1980, but this is pretty much kind of what you got in the 70s, you know, kind of look like that. Next is Budgie, British Radio Sessions, 1978, or excuse me, 1972. And if I'm right, this was pretty cool. Same kind of deals with that Sabbath, John Peel, that kind of thing. Sessions from the BBC. And this is 2014. I've had this one for a while, so that's probably about right. Next, this, I mean, I put it in with these live boot things, but this may have been kind of half legit release. And it's Cactus, Long Island, New York, 1971. And let's see, live on vinyl, 2017 is when this come out. So this is probably, I mean, it's got a UPC code and everything. It's probably a half legit, but I throw it in with the boots, and it's on a green, marbly, who gives a shit kind of vinyl. Last one in this stack. I'll have to grab some more. And I'm pretty sure this was legit too, because I remember, I think I got this from eBay. Captain Beyond, live in Texas, October 6, 1973. Purple Pyramid Records, yeah, Division of Cleopatra. So this was a legit deal. And there's live Cleopatra albums that they put out. I end up throwing them in here with this too. They just fit better to me in with the bootleg things than just with the standard band's discography. And if I'm right, this sounded pretty cool. 2013 is when this come out. So like I said, I remember ordering that new when it come out on Amazon. All right, let me grab another stack here. All right, let's keep on rolling. Another stack here. Cinderella, Nobody's Fool live. And this was another Cleopatra release. Yeah, you can see I bought this, paid $12 for it. So it says retail 17. But that one, if I remember right, sounds cool. Come on. Some Danzig. This was an older one. Some funny information on the back. All songs recorded live in the U.S. 1989. Not of This World. I can't remember that. I've had this for a long time. I can't remember what this one sounds like. Another Danzig, Soul on Fire, live in Hollywood, 1989 FM broadcast. 2 LP set. This is on Bad Joker. Yeah, if I'm right, this one sounds pretty cool. 2017, limited to 500 copies. So that was like, what, 4 years old now. Again, this one, not a boot. This is on Outlaw Records, but this is a fucking fantastic record. Destruction, Cleveland, 1984, October of 84. So Outlaw Records, little small reissue boutique metal. And it's just blank on the back. And this is actually just a white cover with old school photocopy paper on the front. It's on red vinyl. But like I'm saying, Outlaw's cool little label. Issues some interesting metal stuff. This thing's great, man. Next, this blew me away when this popped up. It's like, holy shit, I couldn't order this fast enough. Diamond Head, live at the BBC, 1982. This is killer. Atos Records, limited to 500. The killer job with the cover. Love the front cover. Did a nice job with the labels. So like I said, this popped up. I'm like, holy crap. And I've never seen it anywhere else since I grabbed this copy. Excited for this one too, man. Def Leppard, live at the BBC, 79 and 80. And this is on that Vernie label, who does a killer job, man. Their packaging is top notch. And they did the Vertigo Spaceship labels. Love that. So man, whoever's doing these, I mean, they're really they're doing them right. They're like putting their heart and soul into it. It's not somebody just getting a live show, slapping it on vinyl, and trying to make some money off of it. I mean, they're really putting some time into these things, and they look fantastic. Here's an old 80s one, Bruce Dickinson. This is World Tour 1990, Frankfurt. This is a 2 LP set. So, I said 80s, so it's right there, 1990. On Iron Records out of Germany. Next, Dictators, CBGB's in New York, May 11th, 1977. This is on Radio Loop, which is a cool little label. Like, you know, they definitely put out some cool stuff. And this is a FM broadcast deal. 2019 on this one was when it was released. Next, some Dio. This is Shout for Evil. Utrecht. I'm butchering that. 83. So, and I think this, yeah, it's a 2 LP set. Limited 300. 150 each color. I can't pronounce any of that. Vredenburg. But that's where the show's at. And I'm pretty sure these are just black. No, they're white. White. Cream. Whatever. Remember right, that was a good sounding boot. Dio, another Dio, Chasing Rainbows, live at the Coliseum, Washington, 1984. And this is a Back on Black. Same deal with that, man. I kind of consider, with this 2014, I kind of consider these in with the bootlegs, man. I mean, Back on Black is definitely a legit label. But for me, you know, I put them in with the boots, and that's on red vinyl. Which anybody who watches my channel over the years knows I really don't care about colored vinyl. Some of them look cool, but yeah, I'm not paying extra for that crap. I just want black vinyl. Next, Dio. This is Philly. Live in Philly, 1986, Finding the Sacred Heart tour. Yeah, I think this just got reissued. We were talking about this on Man Cave of Doom. And this is the 2013 pressing. And I could have swore this was the same as the live VHS, DVD. I think it's even Blu-ray now. But I'd have to look. Maybe it is a different night. But that one's killer. Evil or Divine, live in New York City, another Dio. And man, I can't remember. This is another Back on Black. And this one, if I remember right, doesn't give you the year. And I think it was a little bit newer. But anyways, any live Dio is good Dio. Next, I found this in a shop for like $2. Still has a sticker on it. Yeah, it was like $2. I'll pick that up. It's an old 80s boot. Duran Duran, live in Oakland, 84. Not the biggest Duran Duran fan. And that, again, just a blank sleeve with the paper taped onto the front of it. But I thought I would go ahead and grab it. And this is a 2 LP set, Rock Solid Records. So, next, and I'm pretty sure this is an old 80s. I don't think, maybe 90s. Exodus, Strike of the Beast. And this is Imperial Records out of the Netherlands. And it's a 2 LP set, and it has 82 demos, an interview from 85, demo from 84. So again, this is kind of like an 80s looking boot. They always had the just cool artwork more so than the bands on them. Faith No More, We Fuck a Lot. I'm trying to remember. I think this was a show, not studio stuff. recorded at Triple J Studios, July 1990. And then there's some Wolverhampton, UK, 97. Wow, that's... But I like, love that early era of Faith No More. And this was a blank white vinyl, white label. This is kind of old school looking boot. Another Faith No More, Digging the Grave, Rare Tracks 90 to 95. And this has a lot of like TV stuff and that kind of thing on it, if I remember right. MTV Awards, The Daw Show, Australian Television, MTV, KNAC FM, more MTV, Conan O'Brien, that kind of stuff, which is cool. This is on TV Party from 2020. Now, one that sounds totally shit, and I just kind of picked this up. I like this band's first album, then kind of lost interest. But I just kind of picked this up. It popped up cheap. Ghost, A Ghoulish Tale. And it sounds like garbage, man. It's just bad. I don't even know if it has. Yeah, June 30th, 2013. Grass Pop Metal Meeting in Belgium. But yeah, again, avoid that one if you come across it, if you're a Ghost fan. Alright, looks like we're up to the G's. Let me grab some more here. Alright, this stack pretty much finishes up the first cube, getting into the second cube. First one here, this is an awesome show, man. Highly recommended, and I think it's a legit release. Girls School, Glasgow 82. This thing sounds killer. Cleopatra, 2015. Purple vinyl, definitely worth tracking down if you're a Girls School fan. Dig live shows. This one kind of blew me away. Definitely dig Girls School. Next, a cheap one. So I went ahead and grabbed it. Go-Go's, Let's Have a Party. And this is a New Jersey 81 FM broadcast. Great cover. Sounds good. So, and again, like I said, this one I probably paid like 11, 12 bucks. So I had to grab it. Radio Silence 2015. Limited to 500, it says. Which, you're dealing with bootlegs, who knows? They probably printed as many as they could sell. Next, Guns N' Roses, New York. This is on Back on Black, 2LP version of this. And this is the Ritz, like 87, 88, somewhere in there. The one that was shown on MTV, which I loved that era, when that first album come out, so I had to grab this. I have another version of this that's just a single LP, not two LPs. And I think it has all the same tracks on it. And it sounds good too. It's still over there in the to be listened to pile. Which I have spun it. I wanted to compare it to the double LP, and it sounded just as good. Another old 80s one, Heavy Pettin'. And when was this? Lorelei Metal Festival, September 14th, 1985. This is on Steel Blade out of Dallas, Texas. They did, I've seen a couple other ones. There's a Running Wild that they did, and shit, I can't remember what the other one was. There's like 3, maybe 4. They all have kind of similar covers with the band names here, and then a weird-ass picture. But sounds good. Yeah, I'm not going to see many Heavy Pettin' boots, I'm guessing. I don't know if I've seen any other ones. Alright, now we're getting into probably the 2 bands I have the most live stuff from. There's actually 3 that I have a bunch of live stuff from. This is the first one, which is Iron Maiden. So there's quite a few here and quite a few more over there. I just got another one in the mail today. So this is Kings of Metal. And basically this is the Soundhouse tapes and some other stuff, if I remember right. Yep, Soundhouse tapes, 1980 B-side of From Running Free. and BBC Radio Rock Show, 1979. This thing sounds killer. I can't remember where I got this. I may have gotten this maybe when I was up in New England. The trip I stopped and hung out with LJ. I think I found that in a shop up there somewhere. All right, another Metal Mania release, and that's Christmas 1980. This is a 2 LP set. It's on like a clear vinyl. So this has London, December 1980, Iron Maiden Tour 1980. And this is Metal Mania 03. And from right, we'll take time here, we'll show it here. It's got a pretty cool gatefold. Like I said, man, these companies or whoever they are doing these things nicely. They're hard to pass up. I kept seeing them. The covers are phenomenal, and it's like, man, and they hooked me. So that's how how they definitely got me. Next, Newcastle Nightmare 1980. And this is another, I think another 2 LP, 2 LP set. This is Newcastle Hall, November 25th, 1980. It says 450. This is another gatefold. I'm not going to take time to open them all. We'll be here forever. This is going to be long enough as it is. Another Metal Mania. This is Metal Mania 06. The Axe Falls on Holland. And this is another 2 LP set. And this is Holland, April 28th, 1981. And you'll kind of notice as I'm going through these, I kind of stick to, I thought when I'm going to start putting together a cool bootleg collection, excuse me, still got the little bit of a thing going here. I'm going to stick to the 80s mainly, 70s and 80s, early 90s, but like there's a ton of Iron Maiden boots out there from, you know, the last 20 years. I'm not picking those up. It's like I'm sticking to a certain time, and I'm not messing with anything else. If not, it's too unmanageable. Next, Maiden America. It's limited to 500, and this is Rock Stage Milwaukee, July 26, 1981. This is just a single LP set. Cool cover with the Ano on there. Next is Killers Tour, Palladium, 1981. Another cool cover. And this is numbered, was 52 of 500. And this is a full-on boot kind of deal. There's no label listed or anything, but they still did a nice job. Looks like it's on white vinyl. Next is Tokyo, 1981. And this is another 2 LP set, and this is on Verney. I guess that's how you say it. There's the center rings, look freaking killer. Jeez, the packaging, man, especially on this label, they just nail it. It's like, how do you, if you're a Maiden fan, how do you resist this stuff? Next, another Metal Mania. This is Metal Mania 09, Beast over Hammersmith. Right there. This looks like it's on red vinyl. This is London, England, March 20th, 1982, Beast on the Road tour. So we're into the Bruce Dickinson era. Jesus. Couldn't think of his name. Alright, the Hungry Beast. This kind of sucks, and you'll see this with these things occasionally. Somebody's not doing their job, not paying attention. So this has a newer era pictures on them on the cover. This is April 1982, Stuttgart, Germany. But the back looks era correct, and even they screwed up the labels and everything. It kind of sucks. Not that it's a bad cover, but it's like, come on, man, this is about I don't know, 30 years later, and that one's on yellow vinyl. Then we have Rockin' Portland 82. Looks like it's on white vinyl. There's the center ring. Yep, Portland 82. Limited edition, U.S. fan club only. and white vinyl. Most of these Maiden sound great. I don't think I've come across any Maiden that I'm like, man, this is just, you can't even listen to this. Some of them sound perfect. Like, when I say perfect for a bootleg, they sound awesome. But some of them are like listenable. I wish it was a little better, but still, it's not enough to where, it completely sucks, if you know what I'm saying. This is Chicago Mutants Rule. This is on Heavy Metal Heroes, which is another killer label, boot label. They make it look all Japan, made in Japan. I'm not sure if it's actually made in Japan. So this is Chicago, September 30th, 1983, World Peace Tour. It's 2 LP set with the gatefold and all that. So, what the hell, we'll show you this one. Looks pretty sweet to me. So, hold on, we got one more, and we'll finish up the Maiden here in this stack. Like I said, there's a ton of Maiden, man. A lot of the newer tours, like over, like I said, the last 20 years or something. It's like they're always popping up, but I kind of try to avoid those. Here's another Heavy Metal Heroes. And these kind of come with, a lot of these come with the OBI strip, kind of like Metal Mania, that label does. Alright, this one is Canadian Slavery Tour, and this is Quebec, November 26, 1984. I mean, that could be like a cover for a Maiden 12-inch or something, or a single. Or in a legit live album, It's just unbelievable. So, alright, that's that stack, and that pretty much finishes up the Maiden that's on the shelf. But there's probably 4 or 5 more. What the hell? Alright, where we got? So, alright, let me grab some more here. Alright, let's keep going. We got some Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is New York, December 27th, 1980. FM broadcast. This thing's great. Huge Joan Jett fan. I mean, come on. Queen of Rock. This is on Mind Control, 2019. That's another good label to kind of watch out for. They do good stuff. Some Priest. Somewhere Under the Rainbow, Denver, June 25th, 1980. And this sounds great. Early Priest. Early 80s Priest. I'll put it that way. Pretty cool label. It's on black vinyl. What was this on? Yellow Dog. Which was an old... I think Yellow Dog was around in the 70s, so it's like... Who knows? I doubt if it's the same guys doing this stuff. Somebody just picked up the name and kept going with it. Next, another King Biscuit show. This is Judas Priest, St. Louis, 1986. And this thing sounds fantastic. 2 LP set. really happy to get this. Year I saw them, yeah. So saw that tour with Dokken opening up. That was the infamous Heavy Metal parking lot where that was shot in DC. One, not the greatest, not good at all, really. Very little tea and a lot of blood. King Diamond. This is on clear vinyl. 2 LP set, limited 175 purple, 175 clear. And this is October 29th, 1988 in Michigan. And I don't, this is one of those audience recordings, if I remember correct. It just doesn't sound all that great. It's cool to have, you know, but I wouldn't say go find one. Now, a few Kiss. I'm trying to build up the Kiss collection. Huge Kiss fan, but just got a handful so far. So this is Winterland, January '75, and holy shit, look at the cover on this thing. Nice labels. And this is on that Vernie label. And this thing sounds great. Yeah, I think that's a pretty legendary show. It's been out forever. Most of the Kiss ones I have are. This is Tokyo, 1977, and maybe the greatest bootleg cover ever. Just love that. Hey, if you're a Kiss fan and you come across this in a store and it's affordable, you don't pick that up, man. I mean, come on, how the hell? There's the center ring. And again, the Vernie label. Sounds great. So this is VER 82. These guys do such a good job, man. It would be awesome to be able to track down all the stuff they've put out. But it's just, I'm just happy being able to track down anything. These things aren't the easiest thing to find. Blitz Japan 77. These are pretty interesting. I think it has a lot of different... here we go. I hate that. If it wasn't for the sticker and all on there, I would have changed these out. Whoever come up with these damn things. But there's the back cover. And this is 345 of 500. And these have a lot of different, just miscellaneous tracks from different shows in Japan in '77. But it came with this cool book, or insert. Actually, what do I say? The sleeve where the record goes into. That's what I meant to say. But how 70s looking is that? And it's on white vinyl. Alright, let me get all this shit back in here in this stupid thing. But again, man, you're a Kiss fan, you come across that in the shop, which I did, and yeah, how do you pass that up? Here's another one, Japan 77. It's the same deal. There's the sleeve. I'm not going to take this one out. It's just a bunch of different recordings. I think it's everything from concert recordings to studio stuff they did on TV, whatever, in '77 while they were there. This one popped up at a local shop not long ago, and like I said, I don't go out too often anymore, but one shop I do kind of watch, he posts stuff on Instagram, and I immediately was like, texted him, was like, hey dude, I'll take that one, set it aside. It's Kiss Hell Riders, and this is an 80s deal, it looks like. It says 86 on it. I looked this up, and I can't remember where these recordings were from, because it doesn't give you any information. And actually, what I looked up, this says it was made in West Germany. What I looked up, it was almost like, yeah, could be from this show, you know what I mean? So, but that's kind of cool. Added to Kiss collection. Kiss 88, no makeup years. So this is the Ritz, and this is on Back on Black, and this sounds killer, man. I kind of grabbed it. It was cheap. I thought, man, I'll throw that in the collection, and I freaking ended up loving it. It's very good. 2 LP set. Again, it's the Ritz in New York in '88. Sorry. Distracted. I got a Megadeth, San Paulo, September '95. And again, that's another one that was kind of cheap, so I grabbed. If I remember right, it's okay. I'm not even sure what this is on, what label, it doesn't really say. But this is kind of definitely after the era of Megadeth that I dig. I like the 80s stuff, so I didn't keep up with them much after that. But there's not many Megadeth shows out there, so I can just kind of grab that to have something. Grab this because, geez, it's a cool cover, man. I just wish it sounded as good as it looks because it sounds like dog shit. Merciful Fate, Milano, Black Masses. Awesome cover. There's the center rings. 2 LP set, limited to 200 purple and 200 white. Looks like I have the white. And this is February 20th, 1984 in Italy. And again, it's another, it's the same label as that King Diamond I showed, which is Reek of Death Records. It's cool they're putting them out. These are like audience recordings. They're just, they're not that good. But I couldn't pass up the cover, and I kind of figured it wasn't going to be all that great, but I went ahead and grabbed it. This is an old thing, been around forever, and it may even be legit, I'm not sure. Live from the Depths of Hell, Merciful Fate. No information on the back. And I think this is, I'm showing my stupidity here. I know this has been around for a long time, and it's probably been bootlegged. This probably isn't an original one. I'd have to look it up. I just never have. Somebody had $50 on it at one point, it looks like here on this sticker. I didn't pay anywhere near that. But, and this one was a few years back, was making rounds. Curse of the Pharaohs, Merciful Fate. And I think this was another old one that was around, years ago. I got this at Rushmore Records. Rushmore Records, was that Milwaukee? I can't remember now. Help me out, Corey. No, you've been there. Alright, that's that stack. Let me grab some more. Alright, we got another stack. This is all one band. So, as I mentioned, Maiden, and this band, and one other band. See if you can guess who the third band is. Pretty sure this will come as no surprise. The band I have the most boots by are Metallica. So, it's all 80s stuff. And I actually probably have 4 or 5 more over here to listen to yet that aren't in here yet. So, let's run through these. Metal Up Your Ass. Everybody knows the deal. This is basically what Metallica wanted the first album to be. That cover, that shirt. Remember, everybody? I had one. Everybody had one that was into Metallica at the time. So basically, this is Kill 'Em All with this cover. And I mean, it's right down to Music for Nations. They even did the label, whole nine. But it's totally not a Music for Nations release. But how cool, man. I mean, that's basically, if Metallica had their way, that's what it would have been. Next, Night of the Banging Heads. Freaking love this cover. So this is Palo Alto, California, October 31st, 1983. Soundboard recording. 2 LP set. This thing sounds great. Most of these Metallicas sound killer. This was limited to 500 copies, 4 colors, 125 a piece. And I have no idea what color I have. Hopefully black. Next, Destroyed in the Mosh, another killer cover, man. Nice center ring. And this one would be Oakland. Wait a minute. My fault. New York. January 20th, 1984. Middletown, Hudson Valley, New York. Soundboard recording. It's like, again, how do you pass this stuff up? You're a Metallica fan and you see this in a store. I mean, come on. Ballroom Blitz. This is London, December 20th, 1984. Looks like this is on like a purple vinyl. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. Limited to 500. Looks like there was 5 different colors. 1 LP. Next is an old dog. This is an 80s one. Again, you can tell by the cover. Death Mission. This is Castle Donington, 1985. It looks like it's got an 86 release year on it. Out of some label out of Detroit. 2 LP set. I've shown this before, and some people have mentioned, man, I remember that floating around. And I kind of do too, as a kid. There was a bunch of Metallica kind of like this. I remember floating around, but even back then they were like $30 and $40. As a kid, definitely didn't have money for that. Wish I could go back. Metallica Deal With It, Meadowlands, New Jersey, April 21st, 1986. This is an Alcoholica Club edition. For sale in the U.S. only. You cannot buy this outside of the U.S. Yeah, right. Limited edition of 700. 4 different colors. Plus a special numbered splatter edition. Wow. Mine's white. Yay. Great cover. This was West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, August 1st, 1986. 1 LP set. Cool. Center rings. Center rings are kind of coming off or peeling up in a couple places around the edges. Tribute. New Kids' first show, Country Club, Reseda, LA, November 8th, 1986. So this is Newstead's first live show with the band. This is the same label with the 4 different colors and a special numbered splatter edition. What color do I have? I have an orange. Doesn't tell you what color, so there's probably actually like 15 different colors. Metallica Fade to Black, Winnipeg, Canada, December 13th, 1986, FM broadcast. If I remember right, this thing's pretty killer. It sounds really good. This is on Radio Silence from 2016. Welcome Home, live in London, 1986. Lots of Master of Puppet era stuff out there. KTC.com. Man, that's like old school. There's nothing on the back of this thing, hardly. I like the label. It's got like a Megaforce look to it. Gothenburg, 87. Cool center ring. 2 LP set. And this is on the Verni label. Got the Vertigo looking thing here. It's kind of cool. And that's Verni 48. Wonder what they're up to now. Reunion Arena, Dallas, 1989, FM broadcast. This is on Mind Control. Again, another killer label for these boots. Limited to 500. And this show sounds killer. One Night Only, plays Motorhead. Live at Lemmy's Birthday Bash, 1995. This is a fun one. 2, 3, 4. There's like 500. 5 different colors, and I got black. Is black listed? Some bitch, black ain't even listed. That's the more rare one. I think there's only one on black, so, and I have it. I'm just kidding. So this is the Whiskey A Go Go, LA, December 14th, 1995. They're doing Overkill, Damage Case, Stone Dead Forever, Too Late, Too Late, Chase is Better Than the Catch, We Are the Road Crew, and Overkill Reprise. So it's all Overkill, or Jesus, all Motorhead stuff. And you can see James dressed as Lemmy there. Awesome. Then there's 3 in this set. It's just like oddball kind of stuff. Fuck the Studio. And it's kind of cool. The inners sleeves came kind of stamped on. White labels. Old school looking. And this has a lot of like demo stuff. Mainly all demo stuff. And there was 3 records in this set that I know of. That's the 3 I have here. The other one is Studio Shit. Same deal with the inners and the white label. And then it's just more demos. Yeah. And then the last one in that set is Back to the Studio. And same deal, white label. More demos. Now these 3 come out in a single set, which is basically a way oversized cover with all 3 records, same 3 records in it. And I have that on the shelf over there too. That was kind of like a double buy. That was like, didn't realize till I got home. Alright, this stack finishes up cube number 2. Alright, start off with the Misfits, the 1980 MSP session. This one's on orange vinyl. Got the Plan 9 down here, totally not. But recorded late 1980, New York. Demo kind of stuff, killer. I can't remember the story behind this, but there's definitely a story behind these sessions. I remember reading about it when I got this, and I can't remember now. Misfits, I Turned Into a Martian. So this is the Ritz, New York, 1981. These old Misfit shows are just killer. Just total chaos and constantly tuning their guitars and everything else. Misfits Walk Among You. Michigan Union Ballroom, Detroit, 1983, and this is an FM broadcast. Not a very interesting label. This is on, yeah, Mind Control. This is pretty cool. Most of these old Misfit shows have been around forever, and they're pretty legendary, but, yeah, especially these 2. This one's okay. Wish it was better. Great era. It's Motley Crue, Hotter Than Hell, Pasadena, California, November 11th, 1982. Sorry, brain kind of locked up. So this is on Nicotine Kick Records, 2019, 500 copies. Original broadcast, KMET-FM in 1982. Like I said, this one sounds pretty good. Little high-endy, but yeah, crew from that era. I'll take it. Some Motorhead British tour March of '81, and this has a couple different dates. I just listened to this the other day. It's got a cool center ring. I think this is Bernie, right? Yep. So this has got like Newcastle and Leeds and all that on it from March of '81. Great cover, and this sounds pretty good, man. Again, how do you pass that up if you're a Motorhead fan? I've done something wrong here. Okay, hold on. There it is. Motorhead, Tales of Glory. This is at L'Amour's in New York, August 10th, 1983. FM broadcast. Can't remember the label this is on. Magic Dice 2020. And again, this one sounds cool too. Wrong cover on the front, or wrong picture on the front, wrong era. So that's the correct lineup. I think Robbo was in the band. There's an interview on this one, if I remember right. Yeah, an interview with Lemmy. Talking about Robbo joining and everything. Again, I've fucked something up. There it is. Alright. New York Dolls, live in Paris, 1974. I've had this a while. And it's Red Star Records. Got this from Get Hip Records, 1998. So this was kind of like an official, real, legit release. Just a limited edition thing. Man, I haven't heard this forever. I can't remember what it sounds like. But love the Dolls. So. Another Metal Mania. This is Metal Mania 04. Ozzy Osbourne Roads to Madness. Little play on Randy Rhoads. And this is Randy Rhoads. This is Wales, November 30th, 1981. Nice picture of Ozzy and Randy. And this sounds pretty good. Again, not stellar, but yeah, anything with Randy. Get in there. Alright, I dig early Pearl Jam. The wife is definitely a huge Pearl Jam fan. Her and Vance are always talking Pearl Jam crap. But got a few, kind of for her, and me too. Pearl Jam, MTV Unplugged. Is this... No, it's not legit. I think this has been issued on a legit release. So this was March of '92 on MTV. Good Unplugged show. I wish MTV or whoever would do like a big Blu-ray box set of all the old MTV Unplugged shows. It's like so much cool stuff in the vault, man. Just get it out there. Pearl Jam, The Broadcast, 1992. And I can't remember where I got this. Maybe on that trip up to New England. Let Them Eat Vinyl. I think this is halfway legit too. And this just has a bunch of different broadcast stuff, TV stuff, radio stuff from '92. It's got Saturday Night Live, MTV Awards, that kind of thing. It's a 2 LP set. It's got nice center rings. And one more Pearl Jam, Las Vegas '93 radio broadcast, and this is a Back on Black. Correct? Maybe not. No. It's another Let 'Em Eat Vinyl. Wow, that insert just made me say Back on Black all of a sudden. Totally looks like it's probably same people. Does it say Division? Plastic Head? I don't know, whatever. I got a couple Queensryche. This thing's killer. Live at the Civic Center, San Jose, California, October 30th, 1983. Cover is whatever. It's on green vinyl. But 83, man, early Queensryche. I think they were opening for Dio, if I remember right. 5 tracks, just that early stuff. Prophecy, Knight Rider, Blinded, The Lady Wore Black, and Queen of the Reich. It's a killer show. Another Queensryche, and this is on Metal Mania. This is '01, the very first release they did. Label. So this is London to Hammersmith, 1984, October '84, the Warning Tour. And it's pretty good. That era Queensryche, man, the EP and the Warning, that's my favorite. Oh, come on. I done bent the OBI. Now it's not worth anything. One more Queensryche here. Storming Detroit, 1984. Radio show. And this is Back on Black. I think maybe that's the one I was thinking of. This thing sounds killer. 2 LP set. Hell yeah. So, I can't remember what color we got. Clear. Can't even tell it's in there. Alright, that's cues. Got another cube, and we'll finish this thing up. Holy shit, this is long. I hope you got extra beer. Alright, we got a big stack for this one. One band, Maiden, Metallica, and then this band. That's the 3 I have the most by. And probably nobody's surprised, Ramones. So, first one here is Roxy, August 12th, 1976. Very cool center. And this is legit, I think. Was this a Record Store Day release? I can't even remember. But it's limited. There's only 10,000 of these. So you better get one now if you want it. It ain't gonna last. Damn, I can't remember if this was it's a Rhino release. I'm pretty sure this was a Record Store Day deal. Where's George when I need him? Next, Utica, New York, November 14th, 1977. This is on Radio Silence. Most of these old Ramones sound good. I mean, they're all kind of thin sounding, you know, just are what they are. But love the Ramones, take anything live. I think this was a legit thing too. January 7th, 1978, Palladium in New York City. Yeah, this is on Earmark. This is Get Back out of Italy, I think it was. Sanctuary Records. There's all kind of names on this. All kind of label names. But 2 LP set. Man, I can't remember where I came across that. That may have been in Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. Next. Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. San Francisco, January 31st, 1978. And this is an FM broadcast. Cool cover. And this isn't 180 grams. This is 140 grams. Much more rare. What label was this? DFMK, manufactured in Europe. Next, Today Your Love, Tomorrow the World. This is the Waldorf in San Francisco, 1978. Another FM broadcast. Cool back cover. This is on Bad Joker. This may be halfway legit too. 2015. I'm pretty sure Bad Joker was halfway legit. Limited to 500. And this was killer, man. This is a great TV concert they did in Germany on Musikladen. And somebody put it out on vinyl. Who put it out? Radio Bremen. But I'm pretty sure you can find, and this is from September 13th, 1978. I'm pretty sure you can find this show on YouTube. The video of it. It's a killer show. Next, we got FM broadcast, Buffalo, February 8th, 1979. What is this on? Keyhole, 2014. Looks legit, but I don't think so. Historic radio recording. What do you get? 23 tracks on one record. Ramones Cretin Hop live broadcast from the Second Chance Saloon, February 79. And I think this one is legit. What is this on? Yeah, I think this is another Rhino deal. 2 LP set. The fourth side has a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Letterman, some TV stuff. The Tonight Show. Another Letterman show. That's on like a green vinyl, it looks like. Halfway to Amsterdam. This is August 5th, 1986. On Mind Control. And that's an FM broadcast. 1986. Did I say 96? Strength to Endure, Los Angeles, FM broadcast, 1992. Now, the Ramones stuff, I'll go up into the 90s with, because the Ramones don't change. The Ramones are the Ramones. And I actually like the CJ era with him on bass, too. So, I'll pick up any Ramones, basically. Mountain Video, November 84. This may be a legit release, halfway legit, whatever you want to say. A couple more here. One more. Pinheads and Buenos Aires, 1996, Argentinian broadcast. I think this is 2 LPs. Yeah. This is on Parachute. Just a lot of these European labels, man, may be legit. I'm not sure, you know. But I don't care one way or the other. So that's all the Ramones. Alright, let's keep rolling. Rat. The Year of the Rat. And this is an 80s one, as you can tell by the cover. Blank labels. And, man, New York City, May 21st, 1984. I listened to this one again not long ago. Man, this is killer. Sounds pretty good, but you can tell, I don't think it's a speed issue with the tape. You can just tell the band is amped up, and they are flying through these tracks, man, and they sound pretty killer. 1984. White vinyl. See if it's got a year on it. 1985 Hot Metal Records out of England. London, England. Probably come out of Boise, Idaho. Who knows? I got looking this up, and evidently there's like 2 or 3 other Rat boots from this era that come out, you know, with these kind of covers. Man, I would love to find those. Chances are very slim, though. I know that. Mentioned this earlier with that Blondie boot. I found this at the same time in a pawn shop. It's a Rolling Stones 78. And this is actually pretty nice for a 70s kind of deal. I'm pretty sure this definitely came out 70s, early 80s. And it's printed on cover. And it's a bunch of different places. You got St. Louis, Buffalo, Greensboro, North Carolina, Oakland, Chicago. But they're all June and July of 78. And it's 2 LP set. I won't. And that's what the rings look like. Next, some Runaways. Agora Ballroom, Cleveland, July 19th, 1976. Awesome cover. Love the Runaways. DFMK. Vinyl Lovers, looks like the label is. 2015. That sounds about right. That's probably when I picked this up. I've had this one a long time. Or if 6 years are a long time is a long time. A few Rush. This one's legit. The first American broadcast, ABC, 1974. This is on Back on Black. This sounds freaking phenomenal. It was in Cleveland, Agora Ballroom. August 26, 1974, Cleveland, Ohio. Killer. And this is December 16th, 1974, at the Agora Ballroom in Cleveland, Ohio. Same year. Excuse me, same year, different date. And this is on Rockbox. It's a 1 LP. The other one's 2 LP set. And that's on white vinyl, it looks like. Spirit of the Airwaves. Live 1980 Missouri radio broadcast. And this is on Back on Black. And if I'm right, this one's pretty good too. I have a couple more Rush up on the shelf I haven't checked out yet, or only spawned a little bit, so they're not in here yet. Another Metal Mania 11. Don't see many by this band. Sabotage, Live Devastation. White vinyl, cool label. Love the Metal Mania label. So this is Germany, Gutter Ballet Tour 1990, and Cleveland 1987 for the Hall of the Mountain Kings. 2 tracks from that. So you don't see many Sabotage. I saw another one pop up the other day. It was like $50. I had to pass on that. So that's Metal Mania number 11. Here's number 12 with Sabotage and Queensryche, Heavy Metal Giants. And I'm pretty sure these are different shows. Yeah, 89 Holland and 83 San Jose. I'd have to check the Queensryche. I think I already have that one on one of the other ones, but this is a different Sabotage. And again, it's Metal Mania. Going to try and get as many of those as I can. Love what they're doing. An old 80s Saxon, Heavy Metal Thunder. Two LP set, and this is Holland, February 28th, 1984. Kind of not much on the back. 1984 original sound recordings made by UFO Records. Yeah. A few Slayer. The Blood Before the Rain, and this is demos for Rain and Blood. Had this for a while. And this is Los Angeles Awaits, Slayer, center ring. This is pretty early, I think. Country Club, Rosita, Los Angeles, September 6, 1985. And I think they did 2 nights there. Yeah, this is night 2. I also have night 1. It's still over there on the shelf. I think it's called Jeff Awaits or something like that. I have to look. Yeah, this was Los Angeles Awaits. The other one's Jeff Awaits. Rain and Pain, Nottingham, 1987. Slayer. Limited edition. Looks like there's either 108 or 187 copies printed. So this is Nottingham, April 21st, 1987. Really flimsy cover on this one, but it looks cool. Nice center rings, green vinyl. And the last Slayer here, there's a couple more, like I said, over there. Turning the Crooked Cross. If I'm right, this one's okay, but not the greatest. Yeah, it's on that Reek of Death Records, so that's one to kind of be suspicious of. So this is Holland, January 21st, 1989. 2 LP set. Cool cover, just like the Merciful Fate and the King Diamond. Looks like clear vinyl. Got one more little stack and we're done. Woo! Alright, we got the last stack here. First up is Suicidal Tendencies, The Rage of Suicide. Agora Ballroom, Cleveland, August 31st, 1990. Westwood One show, it looks like. It's on Radio X. Westwood One FM broadcast. So it's probably a show, radio show. Syndicated radio show all across the nation. Thin Lizzy back in Chicago, April 21st, 1976. The Riviera broadcast. Nice center. Chicago, April 21st, 1976. This sounds cool. It's on Mind Control, 2019. Scott has this too, Scott Waters. He mentioned he thought the tape was a little sped up, and I never made it back to check it out, and he may very well be right. I remember it sounding pretty cool though. Here's an old Thin Lizzy Jailbreak, and live at the Regal, Hitchin, England. It doesn't give a year. This looks like an old 80s, 90s thing. It's got Jailbreak. This is the one. Cold Sweat. Rosalie, Baby Please Don't Go, Still in Love with You, and Dancing in the Moonlight. First performance with John Sykes, ex-Taggers of Pantang. So that kind of gives you the year there, early 80s. Another Metal Mania. This is O2, Theater of Hunger, Twisted Sister. This one sounds pretty good. Rochester, New York, July 18th, 1984. It's a Stay Hungry tour. Hold on, Pooch. I know it's time to eat. Van Halen, Women and Children First Sessions. Awesome package on this one. Awesome cover. Yellow Dog again. This is all demo stuff. It's on red vinyl. There's the center ring. Van Halen, Maryland broadcast, 1982, 1.0. I'm not sure what that is. It's like its own parachute. That's pretty much it. Broadcast 1982, 1.0. Am I missing something there? I don't understand what that is. If you know, leave it in the comments. Or not. Showed this one in my first video there the other day back. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albuquerque and Denver, November 28th, 29th, 1989. And this thing sounds freaking killer. It's on Radio Loop, 2 LP set. Another Metal Mania. This is 08. Welcome to the Electric Circus. Some Wasp. And that's on like a clear orangish vinyl. Troy, New York, January 29th, 1987. Inside the Electric Circus tour. Very cool. Don't have a lot of Wasp. Would like to have some more. This one's a great one, man. ZZ Top, Lowdown. Capitol Theater, New York, June 15th, 1980. Westwood One broadcast. Again, it's another syndicated radio show. This thing's great. The good era ZZ Top. And the last one, again, I showed, what did I just do there? I showed in the last video, and I would love to find Volume 1, but it's the BBC Friday Rock Show, right? Yeah. Volume 2. So this is all the new wave of British heavy metal stuff. It's got more, Girls' School, Sweet Savage, Diamond Head, Sorry. Black Axe, Vardis, and Raven. So it's all BBC sessions from those bands, 2 LP set, and it's freaking killer, man. I would so like to find the volume 1. That's it. I was going to show you the other stuff in the to be listened to pile. There's probably like another 60 or 70 records over there, but this is drug on way longer than it should have. If you hung out and watched the whole thing, cool, thanks, I appreciate it. Leave some comments, man, if you're into these live shows. It's just amazing what's out there right now. It's fun to pick them up. The only thing is, when you see them, you gotta grab them, because chances of seeing them again is slim to none. And I gotta go because my dog is like ready to eat. She might attack me here in a minute. Are you hungry? All right, thanks, VC. Later.